let's just turn to books now. You've already mentioned a couple of books. A lot of our viewers out there love this book section. By the way, we have created a book club. It's on WhatsApp. It's growing quite nicely. People sharing books, people discussing books. I love books because I keep on telling people I'm dyslexic. I have problems with reading. I have problems with comprehension. I read to improve my comprehension. I read to widen my horizon. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm a better person because of reading. You've already mentioned a couple of books there, but before we go to your books, I just want to share three books actually with the reading public out there. There's just a book that I've recommended before, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel with Black Masters. Peter Thiel, I disagree with his politics. He's a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I love his ideas here, which are not on startups or how to build the future. And one of the things that Peter Thiel believes in, by the way, is that our education worldwide is wrong because we're looking at sending people to get degrees rather than giving people skills. So he actually gives scholarships, I think $1 million a year for people that opt to drop out of university and pursue what they're passionate about. That's if you look at some of the biggest entrepreneurs in the world, they did not go to university. They dropped out and maybe went back. But there's this pressure that you must get a university degree. Yes, it's important, but what if there's something that you're passionate about and you can pursue and achieve something there? So this is a really great book about that and how to to do startups. Then the other book is by Clayton Christensen, which is The Innovator's Dilemma. The pressure that people that start things have. Innovators are under so much pressure because you innovate something. Meanwhile, other people are studying what you've innovated and they are trying to copy what you're doing. You can't stay in the same place. You got to keep on growing. Otherwise, the people that are watching you and copying you will get better than you. So that's the innovator's dilemma. And they say it's like running a treadmill. Then the art of possibility by Rosamund Stone Zander and Benjamin Zander. It's a beautiful book about being present. I love books that teach me about being present all the time and learning from yourself and from the people that are around you. And I go to these books because I find that your generation and the younger generation are mostly on their phones and not learning from what's around them and not getting to know who they are, because you only get to know who you are if you spend your time with yourself, not with your phone, particularly not reading WhatsApp. WhatsApp is not a source of information. Books are a source of information. So that's my passion about reading and the books that I have to share. What books have you read that you'd love to share?
So for me, I tend to gravitate towards books that talk about where I want to go, in my life. I want to go to Wall Street. That's the ambition. That's the ambition.
Wall Street, here we come. Yeah.
So my dad, that was his ambition.
Yes,
he was able to list on the London Stock Exchange through the Kingdom Minkles.
Yes.
So I believe I should be standing on his shoulders. So I've read three books, I guess, that stood out to me is House of Cards by William Covey. So there he just talks about the financial crisis in 2008. Specifically focusing on Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, what led up to that, the issue, the housing bubble, burst, reliance, over-reliance on mortgage securities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Subprime mortgage lending, things like that. And then the other book that I read is called The Snowball, the biography of Warren Buffett. That was written by Alice Schroeder. So it basically talks about Warren Buffett's upbringing. Then it takes a look at also his investment portfolio. I like the fact that before he wrote the book, he conducted 2,000 hours worth of interviews with Warren Buffett, his family, his friends, his colleagues. So what more do you want? Usually I prefer reading an autobiography by someone who's written it. You know what I mean? By the individual, he's writing about himself as opposed to someone else writing. But the fact that I saw that 2000, I was like, you know what? I'm in.
This is worth reading.
Yeah. And then the other book that I really loved was, Principles, by Ray Dalio. Yeah. So he's the chief investment officer of Bridgewater Associates. They manage $160 billion worth of assets. That's what I want to do. That's where I want to be. And principle is not just about principles. Oh, it doesn't apply here in Zimbabwe. A principle is a principle. Absolutely. Just the same thing as the Bible. The Bible was written to apply to any generation. So you can't then say, oh God, this is outdated. No, a principle is a principle. And God's love, remember, it's unconditional. Absolutely. But his promises are conditional. So you have to abide by his promises for you to be able to abide by his principles for you to be able to get the promises that he's made.